What do King David, King Solomon, King Herod, the Virgin Mary, and Jesus all have in common? They were all born on the same solar day, April 7th, on the Gregorian calendar, which is the 18th day from the vernal equinox. These dates will also coincide with the Hebrew date ER 2, which is the very day that Solomon started the first temple. Using stellarium, we will observe the conjunction of the king planet Jupiter with the king star Regulus in the constellation of Leo. The first alignment that we will observe is related to King David. Each alignment will happen in the constellation of Leo the Lion, which represents the tribe of Judah. As you can see, Jupiter will go into retrograde motion and crown Regulus 3 times. This was a herald that a significant birth was about to happen, which would be the birth of King David. The date at the bottom right shows 1045 BCE, which is 1 year off because stellarium does not recognize that there is no year 0. The date is really 1046 BCE. The triple conjunction of the king planet Jupiter with the king star Regulus in the constellation of Leo, Lion of Judah, foretold the birth of King David on April 7th, 1045 BCE, or ER 2, 2016, Hebrew calendar. The next alignment was for King Solomon in 998 BCE, but this time the planet involved was Saturn. Watch how the planets congregate to Regulus. Jupiter and Saturn meet, but not in a triple conjunction, but Saturn continues to retrograde and crown the star Regulus. King Solomon, Shlomo, the king of peace, is heralded by Saturn, the planet of Sabbath peace. The triple conjunction of Saturn, the planet of Sabbath peace, with the king star Regulus in the constellation of Leo, Lion of Judah, foretold the birth of King Solomon on April 7th, 996 BCE, or ER 2, 2065, Hebrew calendar. Notice how April 7th and ER 2 keep repeating. The next alignment was King Herod in 74 BCE. But the planet now, center stage, is Mars. Once again, as with Solomon, the planet Jupiter meets Mars in the constellation of Leo, but it is Mars that now crowns the star Regulus. This is significant because King Herod was known for his violent and bloody reign, especially during the birth of Jesus. triple conjunction of Mars, the planet of violence, with the king star Regulus in the constellation of Leo, Lion of Judah, foretold the birth of King Herod on April 7th, 73 BCE, or ER 2, 3688, Hebrew calendar. Herod would die in 4 BCE, which means, as it is with all tyrants, he did not live to the age of 70. The next alignment was for the Virgin Mary in 26 BCE, which would herald a very important role for a woman, mother of the Messiah. Since Mary would not be king, this alignment was different, but no less spectacular. Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, and now Venus would all meet in the Lion of Judah constellation. But the triple crowning would now go to the planet Venus, and it would do so over the head of the constellation Virgo, the Virgin. This conjunction was extra special since Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, and Venus all met in the constellation of Leo and over the king star Regulus. This foretold the birth of Mary on April 7th, 24 BCE, or ER 2, 3737, Hebrew calendar. This date is significant since it would make Mary 19 years old at the birth of Jesus, fulfilling the Isaiah's prophecy. Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Isaiah 7:14. Last but not least was the triple conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in 7 BCE. That foretold the birth of King Messiah. What made this the rarest of conjunctions is that each conjunction landed on a Jewish holiday. The first one was Shavuot, or Pentecost. The second one was Rosh Hashanah, or Day of Trumpets. The third one was Hanukkah, or Festival of Lights. There is documented evidence from archaeology that this event was observed by the wise men in Babylon and commemorated on coins of the era. This foretold the birth of a king, which would be Jesus, and like all the other conjunctions, the birth would happen on April 7th, 5 BCE, or ER 2, 3756, Hebrew calendar. The 18th day from the vernal equinox.